The next story of the day is right on the roughly the same subject, and it's about mental health. It's been pushed into the forefront this week for multiple reasons. One being Kanye West has been ranting on Twitter about mental health. He was also afraid that Drake was going to pay people to kill him, which is a whole different topic I'm not going to touch on. Pete Davidson has huge mental health problems. He basically said he doesn't want to be on this earth anymore, threatened to commit suicide, then apologized, but we know that Pete Davidson is very tangled mentally, as is Kanye West. They're not afraid to say it. They're trying to take the stigma out of mental health, which I think is cool in some ways, not cool in other ways. We're going to get into it. But another reason I want to talk about mental health, and this all correlates to everything I've been talking about in the other segments, is life expectancy for the first time in a long time, the last 2 years, has been going downwards. We've always been going up. Life has been getting better, and it's going downwards. Drug overdoses at an all-time high. People are killing themselves with opioid, fentanyl, all sorts of, other drugs besides heroin. It used to just be heroin and stuff like that. Now you have pharmacy pills, fentanyl, and all sorts of weird substances that people are killing themselves with. And suicides are on the rise, and mental health is on the decline. So life expectancy going down, mental health going down, drug overdoses going up, suicides going up. This is not a surprise to me whatsoever. I wish it was. I wish I could act shocked and be like, I wonder why our society and our culture is declining. But I know exactly why, and I won't say proud, because I guess pride is one of the sins, but I'm slightly proud to have been talking about this for a decade now, and maybe people will start listening. In rap music, and I'm not gonna just blame rap music. I am a hip hop artist, but like in rap culture, millions of people listen to rap. Like kids idolize rappers. It's getting super popular. All they talk about is killing themselves and taking a bunch of pills. Like literally, some of the most popular rappers nowadays are the Suicide Boys and pill rappers that say, "Oh, I want to kill myself. I hate my life." Like, what do you think's gonna happen? You have. I don't want to name names, but you have multiple rappers who all they do is talk about pills, and they've admitted in interviews they don't even use pills. Every cause has an effect. I mean, literally, it's like advertising. So you're advertising to kids through popular culture that they should take pills and kill themselves. Like that's literally one of the main messages in rap music. So then people start taking pills and killing themselves multiple ways. Am I supposed to be surprised? They've been telling kids to do that for a decade. Let's go to television. I don't care if you watch Fox News. I don't care if you watch CNN. I don't care if you watch Comedy Central. You'll notice that all of these news networks have one thing in common. They have depressing commercials that scare you, that make you feel bad, that make you feel like you have some sort of disease. Do you have cramps? Do you feel a certain way every day that everybody feels? Yeah, I do. Well, you need this pill, you need that pill, you need this depression pill, you need that pill. Fox sells you pills. CNN sells you pills. Comedy Central sells you pills. And it wasn't always that way. I mean, maybe they sold, I remember 10 years ago, they'd sell like one pill per like 20 commercials. Now every single commercial is this creepy pill commercial with 20,000 side effects. Every single commercial, pill, lawyer, pill. It's so disgusting to me as somebody that really watches what I intake, and I believe in the power of manifestation and thoughts. I don't even watch violent movies, and I don't play violent video games. I know to some people that might sound weird or crazy, but that's just what I do. I hate television. I hate the commercials. It makes me feel sick. And I do believe that they're making people sick by manifesting these sicknesses in people and then giving them the cure to them. That's what I believe. So I don't watch television because it's not just rappers, it's TV. They're selling people pills and giving people pills. And I'm not a person that says don't do anything. I do believe in Western medicine when you're really sick and when you need it. Certain medicines I take myself. If I have strep throat, I don't roll the dice with a holistic. I take antibiotics and try to get it out of my system as soon as possible, and to each their own, but that's what I do. But you can go to museums and you could look at the stats of back in the 50s and 60s, they had this many diagnoses of what you had, and now they have this many, and this many pills, and this many pills, and this many pills, and many of the pills, including Adderall, which they give to like 12-year-olds when they're creative and don't want to pay attention in school like I didn't, they tried to put me on drugs. Thank God I had a mom who wouldn't let me go on drugs. She said, my son doesn't have a problem. He needs to just pay attention. And guess what? My mom was right. Now that I'm in my own element and I'm in my own career, I can't stop working. It's because it's something I want to do. It's not, cultural Marxism and brainwashing from elementary school teachers. So, I get it now. I didn't need a pill, but they would have gave me one. It's like synthesized cocaine, synthesized heroin. They're over-prescribing. They're over-diagnosing. And to be honest, I think there's this many people with true mental health problems, and there's this many people who think they have mental health problems because the pharmacy industry and the entertainment industry and many others want to sell them this idea. I posted a thing earlier that I think it was Chance the Rapper's manager said, I'm not saying that some people don't have mental health issues. Like I said, everyone's mind is different. Some people, maybe they need medicine. Some people, they need something. But here's what you should try before. I agree with this. Try to meditate. Try to go outside. Try to drink more water. That's why I chugged the whole water beforehand. Try to go in the sun, get better friends, change your environment, try everything before you try pills. That should be a last resort. That should not be your first resort. They want it to be your first resort because it makes money for the rappers. It makes money for the entertainment industry. It's $1 billion, if not $1 trillion at this point industry. So they want you to do pills not because it's good for your health. They don't want you to drink Coca-Cola 3 times a day because it's good for your health. It makes money. It destroys your teeth. It destroys your body, but it makes money. So it's not a surprise to me that mental health is on the decline. It's not a surprise to me that drug overdoses are on a decline. It's not a surprise that suicides are on an incline. And not only all of these things, like I said, I put part of the blame on the rap industry. I put part of the blame on the television industry. I also put part of the blame on Twitter, Google, all of these. And it's not that conservatives are perfect either, but to be honest, I find that liberals are highly responsible for this, not to point the finger. Look at the information they're telling kids. They're telling them that boys have tampons, that girls should hate their fathers and hate guys, that you should march in the street to take away your own freedoms, that you should be completely oblivious to reality, that you should hate yourself. They revel in weakness. They revel in mental illness. They say, that's great. Don't be strong. Don't empower yourself. Don't feel like an individual. Join the groupthink where you're the victim and everything is bad around you and you hate your father and you hate strong people. Let's go to Hollywood real quick. They always hate on James Woods because James Wood is the only conservative actor in Hollywood. Who was the one person that was saving people's lives in the campfires and in the Malibu fires? It was James Woods. James Wood was using his Twitter to put out calls to save people's dogs, to save people's lives, to save horses, to save all sorts of things. James Wood was the number one person saving people. It's because that's what real men do. Real men in times of tragedy, they step up and they save people. James Woods is a real man. Liberals and progressives, they revel in being complete pussies. I'm sorry, it's just true. So when you actually need help, who's going to save you? It's going to be all of your friends and neighbors and all of your family members that are conservative, that believe in free speech and believe in the Second Amendment and can protect themselves. And it's going to be your pussy behind that can't do any of that. Oh my God, I didn't know this stuff would happen. Oh, whoa. It's like, yeah, you're going to run to your most conservative family or friend who can actually protect you because you can't do anything yourself because you've bought in to this communist, authoritarian, mind control mentality of playing the victim, of being weak, of ignoring Mao and Stalin and Hitler, who took people's guns away and took their right to protect themselves away, and then, installed fascism or authoritarianism. You sold into the lie. You sold into the weakness is cool. There's no gender. Family is bad. Believing in God is bad. I'm not saying that you have to believe in God, but like if you really look at it, regardless of what you think about religion, religion was a structure to keep people in line. You could say that's bad, you could say it's good, but it gave people a core set of values. It gave people something to believe in. It gave people a reason to think that good things are going to happen to them, and they probably will. I agree with it, but it gave people that structure of like, I'm going to live my life. I'm not going to kill myself. I love God. I love my family. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to stop doing drugs. I'm going to stop, doing all this stuff, and I'm going to focus on myself. Like that was probably a preventative of suicide and stuff, but if you don't believe in God, you believe in nothing, you think the universe, you're just a piece of mold on the planet, you hate yourself, you chop off all your hair and get 17 cats, you spend all your time working a 6-figure job where you complain about the patriarchy and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and you think that genders are guys, little boys use tampons, like, yeah, you might be depressed because you're lying to yourself about everything. I'm not bragging, but I just want to say personally, I'm not even remotely depressed. Like I said, just as an example, I'm not remotely depressed. I'm not remotely suicidal. There's not 1/1,000,000th of me that is suicidal. I love my life. I value every single day. I wake up and I'm grateful for food, water, and shelter. And a large reason why I'm not depressed or suicidal is because I'm appreciative. I'm grateful for what I have. And when I wasn't, I was a lot sadder. It's my mindset. I have a victor mindset. Sorry, someone called in. I want to, I want to achieve things and just be happy for what I have because I'm not in a slave camp or something. But anyway, they don't want people to have that mindset. They throw you in the other mindset. And I say this not to just act like I'm so special. There's been times when I was depressed. I say this because the lie that they're feeding people, it's not just that they're helping people that are depressed. They're making people depressed. And some people are going to be depressed. Some people are going to need medication. I'm not saying that, just to be very, very clear. But the news, Twitter, Facebook, Google, all of these liberals, they're making more people depressed. When I walk around Los Angeles, there are billboards that say, let's talk about suicide. It's basically a suicide promotion. It doesn't say, let's not kill ourselves. It's not saying, let's be strong and powerful. Let's love our lives. Let's be appreciative. It's saying, let's talk about suicide. It's an ad for people to kill themselves, yet they claim that it's going to somehow stop suicide when they're planting the idea in people's heads on a billboard and then claiming that they're somehow stopping it. It's really sick stuff. And I want to say this because there are millions of people that do have mental health problems, and I'm sure some people do need medication, but we're overprescribed. We're being constantly bombarded by fake news and depressing ideology that just straight up doesn't work, and it's really sick to me, especially for the kids. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you think. Hopefully this helps some people, and like I said, go outside, get some sun, change up your friends, look for things to be grateful in. Look around and think of things you didn't have 2 or 3 years ago. Look at things that other people don't have in other countries. Look at things that your grandparents doesn't have. When you frame things in that light, it makes you a little happier. When you frame things in the light that you're always negative and nasty and you hate all the good, strong people in society, it's only a matter of time until you're going to be depressed. And I would argue that that's the entire left-wing ideology, from progressive left to liberal left. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It was the total opposite of what really helped me in my life, and I don't understand why they want to ruin the minds of billions of people. So I'm gonna get on to the next. I got 2 more stories. I just want to ask you guys: is my feed, did it chop up at all? Because sometimes when someone calls in, it hacks a little bit and then it gets all fuzzy. Just let me know I'm good and I'll finish the last 2. Thank you, Jethro. I'll wait 1 second because I'm on like a 10-second delay. Thank you, Wayne. Just give me a sign. Is the visuals of this okay? Just let me know that because last time the visuals got all